Thank you for joining me here this afternoon. The time is currently 3:45 p.m. Central, 4:45 p.m. Eastern, and we're here live now with a ongoing severe weather outbreak across parts of New England. We've also got ourselves a secondary severe weather outbreak that's kind of going on, starting to unfold anyway, in parts of the Central Plains here. We've got a lot to talk about, so we're going to go ahead and break it down in this live stream. We're going to be talking about what's going on right now, what could happen later today, what could happen over the next few days, and more. So today we are joined by Mr. Storm. That was kind of laggy. And we're also joined by Roman the Weather Guy.
What's good?
So, here we go. Right now, our main focus is on a lot of these New England storms here that are warned for 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. We do have some storms out in the plains that are producing some big-time hail as well. Some of them are producing, ping-pong, sometimes even golf ball-sized hail. We got a couple of these storms up here in New England that are trying to rotate just a little bit. Now, we don't have any tornado warnings yet, but one of the storms that I'm watching in particular is this one here near Conway. We've got ourselves an area of rotation to watch there. It's not super interesting, but if things definitely, kind of strengthen up there, we could definitely see maybe a funnel cloud or something, so we'll watch that. You guys got any other storms that we should probably take a closer look at? I guess not. Okay. So, anyway, we do have a new severe thunderstorm warning now. This is for parts of Pennsylvania. This does include areas like Greenwood and North Center. So if you're included in this warning, make sure you are getting indoors immediately. It's disappearing here, but once it reappears, we'll be able to talk about what that storm is going to bring to those areas. So we do have 8 flash flood warnings, actually, a lot of them being centered around parts of New Mexico. But yeah, there we go. So 60-mile-an-hour winds, and it even has the tornado possible tag on it. So again, this is for portions of northern Columbia County here. And we definitely have some broad rotation on this storm near Benton and Roarsburg. So again, if you're in this area, make sure you're getting indoors. Again, we're up to 19 severe warnings now. But yeah, this is actually our only storm right now that has the tornado possible tag on it, so we'll kind of zoom in on this. I'm going to go and bring up stream chat, so if anybody has any questions about the location, feel free to leave those all down below. And we do have a new severe thunderstorm warning now. My alerts are working again, yay! But we have a new severe thunderstorm warning for Hampshire and Hampton counties, Massachusetts here. This is for Northampton and Holyoke. This is for the threat of 60-mile-an-hour damaging wind gusts and penny-sized hail. So that now puts us up to 20 severe thunderstorm warnings. Sorry if you hear any piano playing in the background, that's just my mom. Unfortunately, we chose to go live as soon as she started playing, which was not intentional, but there we go. There's a nice background music ambiance to the stream, I guess.
Is my audio working?
Yep.
Mine?
Is mine?
Playing in the background?
That's just my it's all
W's.
working. What's up,
You're
Sean?
in the thunderstorm right now? Nice.
Back in the woods.
What's up, Sean? You're in the severe thunderstorm warning. Yeah, we got a few out here in Virginia today. We got one for Lynchburg, and then we got a couple close to Interstate 64, and also a couple closer to the Washington, D.C. area, right? So that's something to look out for. By the way, big upgrade here to the stream. You may not notice any changes right now. You may be thinking, Davis, this is how it always is. Well, if I go ahead and click this button here, boom, just like that, we can change the layout from severe thunderstorm warning to tornado warning. And then if I want to put it on the PDS, we do this, and then tornado emergency, we do this. So we don't even have to exit the screen anymore, like exit radar, to change the alert, the scene that we're on, right? So hopefully we're on severe thunderstorm warning right now. I think we should be. But yeah, that's a new change here. Is there a tornado warning? There is not. We do not have any tornado warnings right now. But
I've got some storms in my neck in the woods, but nothing, directly overhead in my area right now.
Yeah, so Mr. Storm's out there in Long Island, obviously. There's nothing really going on out there in that region, but we got storms kind of all around him here across parts of New England. You guys have to let me know, did the transition thing work? Did it go through the different slides? I don't think it did.
I didn't see it.
I didn't see it happen. Just a little unfortunate. I don't know why it's not working now. It was working before I started the stream. But whatever.
I don't think
That's alright. So, again, we're watching some of these storms here that are kind of broadly, weakly rotating in New England. And then we're also watching that storm with the tornado possible tag in PA. I'm kind of surprised they even put the tornado possible tag on this. I don't really see too much rotation here at all, just some damaging winds near Greenwood. So look out for that. The storm is right over you. Look out for that one. I know you were saying you were in a severe warning yesterday, and yeah, I mean, Virginia's definitely getting quite a bit of activity here. The Charlottesville storm does have some very minor rotation, but it's not going to produce a tornado or anything like that. What's up, Nico? By the way, we have, apparently according to emergency management here, we have 60-mile-an-hour winds with our storm in Charlottesville. So the impact section on this is weird. I've never seen this. It's usually something different. This says, damaging winds will cause some trees and large branches to fall. This could injure those outdoors as well as damage homes and vehicles. Roadways may become blocked by downed trees. Localized power outages are possible. Unsecured light objects may become projectiles. So, interesting. For sure. But yeah, but New England has gotten hit hard the past few days. We've got, scattered outages here all across New York State, even parts of Pennsylvania, really just all across New England here. But we do have a severe thunderstorm watch in effect in New England that includes over 40 million people, actually. One of the highest population watches I've ever seen. And then we've also got another one down in the mid-Atlantic. These two bring separate threats, right? But yeah. And we actually did just get a new mesoscale discussion from the Storm Prediction Center talking about how they might issue a severe thunderstorm watch for this area. So we're talking, north, kind of just southwestern Nebraska, southeast Wyoming, northeast Colorado, and northwest Kansas. There are 40% chance of a severe thunderstorm watch between now and 4:45 p.m. Mountain, 5:45 p.m. Central. So, interesting to note. We do have some severe storms already firing off here along the Wyoming-Nebraska state line. We got this one approaching Torrington. We've got quite a few storms in the Torrington-Scottsbluff area right now, so we'll have to watch out for those. But yeah. So we actually just got a few new severe warnings. We got this one here for Nanticoke, Pennsylvania, for quarter-sized hail and 60-mile-an-hour damaging wind gusts. And then we also got another one here, it looks like, for Baltimore, if I'm correct. Yes, so Baltimore is now under a severe thunderstorm warning. Mainly the southeast side of Baltimore is what we're watching here. Areas like Baltimore Highlands, Canton, Bayview, Graceland Park, Browing Manor. But yeah, you guys got any updates for us?
No, I think I do think though that the the storm up near like Reading, Connecticut near Danbury, I think it's becoming outflow dominant. So I don't think we're gonna see any significant rotation with that anymore. But point south near like Stanford, we may still have a imminent tornado threat. But I do think that up towards like Reading, we won't have as high of a tornado threat.
I'm getting ready to see if I can relay any information from yesterday's tornadoes, because there were quite a bit. But there is a lot of tornado damage in Rome, New York, and it looked pretty significant. We could be talking about a, not pre-rating, but a pretty intense tornado there.
Yeah, I mean, from what I saw, right, it was probably EF2, EF3 level damage. I mean, probably leaning closer to high-end EF2, but it was definitely some pretty significant stuff. And again, at the time, really didn't even look that bad, but it was pretty significant. Yeah. And we still have 13,000 customers in Oneida County, the county that Rome is in, without power there. So definitely a pretty strong tornado. What's up, Sam? The unfortunate thing here with today's event is there are no cyclone ports in the mid-Atlantic area or New England, because this area does not see severe weather all that often. Just gonna let you know my camera's on, so.
Welcome in.
Alright, everybody, we're back. Sorry about that. I need to start putting my green screen up whenever I have my my face cam on.
Yeah.
But anyway, we are now up to 21 severe thunderstorm warnings. Again, none of these are like super significant. Most of them are damaging wind driven risks.
Oh, Sam.
Another mom sighting.
Okay. But yeah, again, we do have the tornado possible tag on that storm in Pennsylvania, which is really quite surprising. And it's looking like they're going to let that go, as they've issued a warning ahead of that that doesn't have the tornado possible tag on it. So again, if you're just now tuning in, we are watching an ongoing severe weather outbreak along the East Coast. We've also got some severe weather in the plains here. But right now we're mainly watching the East Coast because the plains event really has not yet got going. But yeah, we do have two slight risks of severe weather today, one of them being centered across portions of the central plains, and one of them being centered across parts of the East Coast here. Again, we got tens of millions of Americans today under a severe thunderstorm watch. And in total, we have almost 100 million people under at least a marginal risk of severe weather. It's closer to about 95 million, but quite a significant number. Whenever we have these East Coast events, it's always a very high population zone. This looks to be we had a possible tornado near the Massachusetts-New Hampshire state line. If you're talking about yesterday, yeah. If you're talking about today, I doubt it. Let's look. But yeah, we covered that in depth yesterday's stream, the really short one. So, we do actually have a tornado risk from the Storm Prediction Center today. It's a low risk. It's a very, very low risk, right? We've got a small 2% risk going out for portions of New England here. Sorry, I can't see really the tools that I'm clicking on. But this includes parts of Massachusetts, New York, Connecticut, Pennsylvania, New Jersey. Got almost 25 million people under that 2% risk of a tornado within 25 miles at any given point. That includes Philadelphia. That does include New York City, Hartford, Connecticut, Springfield, Massachusetts, Bridgeport, Connecticut. So, quite a few metros there. We do have a new severe thunderstorm warning all the way up into Maine now. This is a storm approaching Augusta. One for quarter-sized hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds. Yeah, we can't rule out a couple of tornadoes out here, but I don't think it's a likely scenario at this point that we see any tornadic activity. Again, it's really just going to be another one of these massive windbags here along the East Coast. Look at this. Look at this triple special weather statement in Texas. This is a cool shape, too. But do have a new severe thunderstorm warning now for Torrington, Scottsbluff. This is a pretty large one. Quarter-sized hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds. We had a couple of different storms that were severe that have now kind of turned into a line of severe storms, which actually may increase the damage and wind threat even further. These storms were producing big-time hailstones, most likely earlier south of Torrington. So we'll have to keep an eye out for a big-time hail threat, but at this point it's kind of diminished. I think the storm that has the most tornadic potential is the one going to Bridgeport. I mean, at this point, we do have maybe a little baby-looking hook echo shape there, actually. It may be rotating a little bit. Were you going to say something, Mr. Storm?
Yeah, I was just going to say that, to me, it still looks like the storm is trying to become outflow dominant. so I don't think there's gonna be a huge tornado threat. But I do see that go potentially on reflectivity, and we have had that for a few scans now, so that's a possibility. But I don't have much faith in that storm really producing. But we'll see what happens. But if you're in like areas like Monroe, Shelton, Milford, Bridgeport, right, areas downstream, you just gotta be aware that this is potentially going to be a dangerous storm to watch.
Yeah, and we did just get a new severe thunderstorm warning, by the way, for Buckingham County in Virginia, for the northern portion of the county there. So the time is now 4 o'clock, 4:01. If you're just now joining us, we are covering an ongoing severe weather event along the East Coast here. We're seeing damaging winds, large hail, and maybe even an isolated tornado potential. Yeah, I mean, the storm near Bridgeport, again, we do have maybe some sort of baby hook echo that's kind of disappeared here in the most recent scan, but I don't know. We still can't rule out a couple of tornadoes here in New England. Again, I just don't think it's very likely. I'm kind of surprised that they added the 2% risk out here in New England in the first place. But yeah,
storm near...
Go ahead.
The storm near Greenfield looks to me like it's developing an even larger hail core, so definitely ping pong ball size hail, I would say, is falling in Greenfield right now.
Yeah, so again, that storm's warned for ping pong ball sized hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds, and that's coming into Greenfield, so if you're in Greenfield, make sure you get indoors and away from windows. Definitely going to see some smashed windshields out here, most likely. But let's see. We do have, again, these typical strong to severe storms in the southeast today. Kind of this summertime pattern. We got intense storm near Union, South Carolina. Is that the severe one? Wow, these actually look like thunder showers to me. So, let's check this out. Yeah, I mean, I don't know about intense, but it's definitely going to pack some gusty winds into Union. Maybe up to 50 miles an hour. So watch out for that. But again, it's this one storm here in Pennsylvania at this point that has the tornado possible tag, and again, they've kind of dropped it here on the new warning out ahead of this thing. Just to note, though, the hail threat on that storm may be increasing. It didn't have a hail tag, but now it is warned for quarter-sized hail. So if you're in Nanticoke or Fairview, again, I'd be getting indoors. Yeah, it won't be too bad for Union. So, this storm here near West Hampton, it could have some slightly intense rotation here, actually. We'll have to watch that as that progresses, because that's probably one of our better, more impressive rotating storms right now. We got a new severe thunderstorm warning as well. That is for... Where is that for? Oh, that is... I think it's doing the disappearing trick. Yep. So, that is for... Geez, where is it? Oh, it's in South Carolina. So that does include portions of Georgetown, Horry, and Marion counties. So if you're in that area, make sure you get indoors. Quarter-sized hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds coming your way. But yeah, you see the rotation on that West Hampton storm?
West Hampton, what state?
Massachusetts.
Okay.
Yeah, I see that. I see what you're talking about.
So that's going to be heading towards the rest of the Hamptons here.
Yeah.
And that's a strong storm, so if you're near Northampton, East Hampton, or West Hampton, so the Hamptons of Massachusetts, out there near Amherst, Belchertown, South Holyoke. Just be aware that there is a possible tornado threat with this storm.
That's kind of a weird noise.
Oh wow, just blew up.
Yeah, it's pretty tight now.
Yeah, it's a lot stronger and more tighter.
So we'll have to watch that. They may even get a tornado warning.
Yeah, I was gonna say. And the storm near Greenfield seems to be rotating a little bit more as well.
Not Greenfield, Iowa. For any confusion there. But yeah, again, I think this West Hampton storm is probably our most concerning one at this point, heading towards the rest of the Hamptons. You heard thunder? Yeah, I mean, in a severe thunderstorm warning, that's to be expected. So the Greenfield storm did just get the tornado possible tag on it in that new warning there. So Northfield, you're under a severe thunderstorm warning now. Orange, Pelham, 60-mile-an-hour winds, quarter-sized hail, tornado possible. So if you're in that area, make sure you get indoors. But again, our main focus is on a rotation over West Hampton. This storm actually, Sam, is not tornado possible, which is kind of shocking. But that should change pretty soon here. Again, definitely some tight rotation over Highway 66 near Loudville at this point. So you see where those orange colors meet the greens there. That's where we're watching that velocity couplet, and again, possible tornado.
Update on our storm in Connecticut, near Stamford. It seems that there's a pocket of some pretty strong winds, so I do think we're going to get some damaging wind reports out of that area. So the new warning is still for 60, well, that's the minimum, but just some really strong winds are definitely possible.
Yeah, for sure.
But watch out if you're in Norwalk.
What color is the storm you're in? You'd have to get more specific. I'm not sure which storm you're in. By the way, rotation on our West Hampton storm on that new scan is still there, so we'll have to watch that.
Yep.
I don't know. Again, that's really not enough rotation for a tornado warning, I don't think, but I'd say they should probably put the tornado possible tag on it. If you're in the Charlottesville storm, if you mean like what color of reflectivity, I mean, it's just some reds. Again, we're not really worried about a tornado threat or a hail threat. It's mainly just a windbag if you're east of Charlottesville at this point. So, and going back up to our storms in Massachusetts. Again, I don't see too much rotation on the Greenfield one. I don't think that's going to do much. I think our bigger concern is with this storm in the Hamptons, approaching Loudville. Probably in Loudville at this point is where that rotation is. So we'll watch that. We can't rule out a tornado with that storm.
You're in the storm near Virginia. Well, there's a lot of storms in Virginia, aren't there? Right, David?
Yeah, we already covered that, though. I'm pretty sure I know which one he's in.
Okay.
Nice hail corn near Greenfield, Massachusetts. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely packing some big-time hail. It is one for ping-pong ball-sized hail. So, we should get a new velocity scan here soon. So, again, your rotation will be near Highway 66 in between kind of all the Hamptons here. Just got 2 new severe thunderstorm warnings.
Do you see that very slight hook echo trying to develop near Southampton?
Yeah, definitely some sort of inflow or something, but yeah, that rotation's definitely still there. It's kind of messy, but it's still there, so we'll watch that. By the way, guys, the 2 new severe warnings we got, one of them was in Georgia, and the other one was in, I don't know. It's not the South Carolina one. I thought it was, but it's not.
Big time RFD wrapping around the back of that storm in Southampton.
By the way, Norfolk, Connecticut here, some very slight rotation maybe with that storm.
The rotation near East Hampton is really messy, but it really looks concerning to me. Like, really, it looks concerning.
I don't know about really concerning. I think it's more messy than anything. I think it's just kind of glitched out on the velocities there, but so apparently trained weather spotters did actually report either 60-mile-an-hour winds or penny-sized hail. It doesn't say, but probably the winds are confirmed here with this Hampton storm. So again, we'll see if they throw the tornado possible tag on that or whatever, but right now it's just the same old, same old. By the way, if you're new to the stream, make sure to like and subscribe. This is definitely not going to be anything like what we saw yesterday or 2 days ago, but we still got ourselves a decent severe weather event here to cover. So we should get a new velocity scan here on our Hampton storm. It looks like the inflow is becoming a little bit more noticeable. So East Hampton, again, this rotation is probably right on top of you at this point, maybe just off to the west of you, but it's coming in hot. Let's see this rotation here on this next scan. I still haven't gotten it yet, but it should come in any second at this point. This storm is also packing a good punch of lightning there, so that's something to look out for. But let's check things out. Is this... this is probably where, again, our velocity couplet is at this point. And yeah, I mean, it's messy rotation. It's still there. We'll still have to watch it. But... yeah, if there's any correlation coefficient near the Hamptons, that's all just hail. But we do have a new severe warning in Virginia. This is for Appomattox County, Campbell County, Bedford County, Amherst County, Lynchburg, and Franklin County. That does include Lynchburg, Virginia, which is a pretty big city. Let's look out for that. But again, right now we're mainly watching our Hampton storm. If we're gonna get a tornado, it's gonna be out of that one, I think. But again, even that's not too concerning at this point. We'll keep an eye out for it. Again, this is going to be approaching South Hadley soon. Yeah, no problem, Sam. Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, for sure.
But again, we kind of got a big mess of rotation here over the Hamptons. So if you live out here, again, make sure you get indoors. Even if the storm isn't producing a tornado, it is producing damaging winds up to 60 miles an hour, confirmed by weather spotters. And we do have a new severe warning in Virginia once again. This is for Cumberland County, Goochland County, Amelia County, Powhatan County, and Fluvanna County. In central Virginia there, 60 mile an hour winds with that. And another severe thunderstorm warning has been issued. That is for, I think it's doing the, oh wait, no, it's this. This is for portions of Orange County and Spotsylvania County in central Virginia once again. So it's going to be one of those days where we have lots of severe warnings coming in every few minutes just because of how not how populated, but how large of an area we're talking about, like, right? It's a large area that could see severe weather today, but we're not expecting any of that severe weather to be too intense, right? And they did just throw the tornado possible tag finally on our Hampton storm. Yeah, if this does produce a tornado, it is going to be definitely in a more populated area, so we'll watch that. But again, we've got some impressive velocities here on our newest velocity scan with our Hampton storm. Definitely some more noticeable rotation there. Again, right in between all the Hamptons. So we'll kind of watch that. Again, it would need to tighten up more if it's going to produce a tornado, so that's good news. But again, if there's going to be a storm today that produces a tornado, I think it's going to be that one, in my opinion. I don't think we're going to see anything else like this today, so we'll watch it. Again, right in the middle of all the Hamptons there, so if you live out here, you can make sure you get indoors. If you know anybody out here, make sure they're okay. If you want to get more specific of where this rotation's at, it would be near Pathways Co-housing now, in Mount Tom. This is, gosh, it's messy rotation on the velocities because we're a little far away from the radar. But yeah, we'll keep watch of it. Let's check up on some of our storms out here in the plains. Nothing too crazy. Again, the Scottsbluff Torrington storm would probably be the one to watch out there for just a big time damaging wind and hail threat. But nothing too crazy. The only thing about it is that it's in a somewhat populated area, so we'll have to watch that. But again, it's our Massachusetts storms that seem to be the ones to rotate today. Again, mainly the one here out in the Hamptons. So a big mess of rotation, mainly centered around East Hampton at this point. You guys got any updates for us?
I do not. Just been kind of eyeing this storm here. It's pretty interesting. We'll just keep an eye on it.
Yeah. So
yeah, if you're just tuning in, please hit that like and sub button. It'll help us out a lot. We're trying our best here to relay information. We're trying our best here to help Davis, because he's the main guy right now. So, and also just share the stream.
Yeah, and go check out Roman's channel, Mr. Storm's channel. If somebody wants to put those links in the chat, that's fine.
You got it, Mr. Storm. I've been doing it all this time.
Yep. Thank you, Davis.
No problem. Just put it in the same message so that I can pin it.
Alright.
The rain started and it's going down hard for you. Yeah, I mean, again, that storm looked to be producing some moderate to heavy rainfall, but again, the main thing's actually probably the wind with that storm, so after the fact, you might go outside and look at all the wind damage, and, if it's starting to rain heavily now, actually what that probably means is that the wind threat's going to kind of decrease soon, which I know it doesn't make a lot of sense, but with storms like that, what we're usually looking for is the wind to precede the rain, and it gets really gusty before it even starts sprinkling sometimes, so again, if it's starting to rain, that could be a sign of the winds weakening, but don't let your guard down. Make sure you're staying inside. There's still going to be some deadly lightning with that storm, so make sure that it passes until you go outside. But after the fact, I'd probably go outside and check for any sort of tree limbs downed, stuff like that. Any signs blown over, just that kind of damage can make a difference. Rotation slightly tightened. It's really a couple areas of rotation at this point that we're watching. There's kind of one back down here towards Southampton, and then there's another one towards Northampton. These are both going to be approaching Interstate 91 soon, so we'll watch those. New severe thunderstorm warning for Mecklenburg and Gaston counties, North Carolina. 60-mile-an-hour winds and quarter-sized hail, so if you're in that area, make sure you get indoors. Alright, so I pinned Mr. Storm's channel and Roman's channel in chat there. So if you guys want to go check them out, that'd be greatly appreciated. They do, again, a lot of the similar stuff that I do on this channel. So if you like my kind of content, I guarantee you like them. So go check them out. But yeah. So, again, if you're not tuning in, we are watching a rotating storm in the Hamptons of Massachusetts here. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning now for all of the Hamptons, 60-mile-an-hour damaging wind gusts. At this point, the main area to watch would be Northampton, near Interstate 91, approaching Hadley. If you live out here, you're familiar with this area. Is South Mississippi going to thunderstorm? I mean, just because we're in the summertime, I'm going to give you, that possibility of storms. It looks like actually right now we may have some thunderstorms out there in South Mississippi, so it depends more on your specific location, but yeah, I think it's definitely a possibility for some thunderstorms out there. Look at this cam here from the Mississippi EMA. It's not anything too crazy, it's just kind of a beautiful sky there. But yeah. So, Brookhaven. Okay, let's check that out. Brookhaven, Mississippi. So it looks like you may actually have some rain coming your way. Maybe a little little baby thunderstorm there. Maybe pack some heavy rain, some lightning. So Look out for that. It should go to the south of you, actually, though. But we do have some flash flood warnings in the New Orleans area. Because of the summertime pattern where the southeast gets heavy rain most days, that's inevitably leading to some flash flooding in spots. So let's go back out here to our Hampton storm. Let's see if we got a new radar update yet. We do not. So we'll just keep an eye on things here. Again, main spot to watch, Northampton. I know it feels like we've been talking about the Hamptons for forever, but this is really quite a slow-moving storm. It's only moving east at 30 miles an hour, so yeah, no problem. But it's been sitting here for quite a while. We do have 46 special weather statements for stronger storms. Yeah.
That's actually really crazy.
Yeah, earlier it got up to like 59 or something, and that was ridiculous. A lot of them are in the southeast, because again, the southeast is getting some strong thunderstorms today. New velocity scan came in, so at this point our rotation is in between Northampton and Hadley. We're starting to get out of the Hamptons and more towards kind of central portions of Massachusetts here with this storm. Again, if you guys see any other areas of rotation, this goes for you guys or the chat. Just let me know. But I'm really not seeing anything too crazy right now, other than this Hampton storm.
Yeah, for sure.
So again, winds going towards the radar, winds going away from the radar, and that's your rotation. Those were some really bad drawings, but you get the point. Back in November, you had a tornado warning. That's the last one you can remember. Yeah, I mean, obviously in the Deep South, you're no stranger to tornadic storms, but a lot of times for you guys, it's kind of more in, the fall and even the winter rather than anything else. Somebody just left and rejoined, but...
I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry if that was annoying, but I actually have to go now. So thank you for having me on the stream, Davis.
Yeah, no problem. See you later.
See you, Mr. Storm.
Alright, bye guys.
Alright, so we went from the terrific trio, we're down to the dynamic duo, so here we go.
It's fun.
The
trio's better, but the duo will do for now.
Yeah, we still got the rotation over Hadley, waiting for this next radar scan. Should come in any second here. The reflectivity scan already came in. But our rotation's probably close to the eastern, maybe the middle of Hadley at this point. So, again, we'll see what happens with this storm here. But yeah, this is definitely on the south side of Hadley, most likely at this point. So we'll wait for this next scan. Probably somewhere in there, if I had to guess, just an estimate. But this rotation has been here for a while. It's persevered. Storm near Nanticoke could rotate at any moment. Nanticoke, New York. I know Nanticoke, Pennsylvania. I didn't know there was one in New York. I don't see one in New York. If you're thinking of Pennsylvania, let's see here. Pennsylvania. We really don't have anything out there either. So, I don't know why we're not getting a velocity update here on our Hampton storm. But we're just not for some reason, so that's cool, I guess. But again, if you're just not tuning in, we are watching a rotating supercell. Not really a supercell, but a rotating storm here capable of producing a tornado in Massachusetts. What's up, Storm Chaser 575? Good to see you here. It's been a minute. But, again, as of the last scan, this was our area of rotation. At this point, it's probably closer to East Hadley rather than anything else. This rotation is really heading kind of northeast, actually, so. Severe storms in Georgia to the southwest and more of me. Yeah, we've been talking about the southeast quite a bit here. Georgia, South Carolina, so just stay safe out there. But, again, this is our main focus here. This is the main show. Again, it was really earlier that this rotation was more intense, but it's definitely still there.
Right over Northampton right there.
Yeah, again, at this point, it's probably closer to northeastern Hadley. I don't know why we're not getting that new velocity scan. We got the new scan of everything else, and now the velocity's going to be scanned behind. Okay, so we should get a new velocity scan now, for real this time. Because we got another reflectivity scan. Some upper level rotation near Buckingham, Virginia. Not very concerning, just let me know. Alright, thank you. Okay, so yeah, in fact, our Hampton storm just completely died there with its rotation, so nothing too concerning. I will say, though, I pointed out this storm a while ago near Norfolk, Connecticut,
wow.
and it is rotating a little bit still, so we'll watch that. That's near Colebrook. What's the strongest tornado I've ever tracked? If you mean on stream, it has to be Greenfield, Iowa. Oh, are you talking to Sam? Okay, so yeah, I actually do see that rotation there near Nanticoke now. I guess I just didn't have... I don't know why I didn't see that a minute ago. But yeah, you're right. There's definitely some rotation there. This storm does have the tornado possible tag on it, so we'll watch that. And we did get a new severe thunderstorm warning in Massachusetts. This is for a huge chunk of central Massachusetts. For Worcester County, southeastern Hampshire County, eastern Franklin County, and northeastern Hampton County. This is for kind of both of our storms here. They've kind of collided now. We got one big storm here. This is all, this has the tornado possible tag on it. This has, the potential for 60-mile-an-hour damaging wind gusts, and it's even been confirmed at times by spotters. And then also penny-sized hail, so look out for that. Our Hampton rotation did kind of strengthen a little bit there. Again, at this point, it's nothing too concerning. Again, we were watching it mostly earlier, but at this point, it's kind of a little bit less of a concern. I'll also watch it every now and then. And again, I'm watching this Norfolk... Connecticut storm pretty closely. I pointed this out a while ago, and it's still kind of rotating there near Colebrook, so we'll watch that. We will.
You said Connecticut?
Yeah, Norfolk, Connecticut. It's in northwest Connecticut. Oh, okay, well, the newest scan, it's not really rotating anymore, so never mind. But again, we still got the rotation there in the Hampton area. We're in between South Hadley and Hadley, near Moody Corner and Mount Hitchcock. So watch that. And now we have a tornado warning for our Nanticoke storm. All right.
Oh, wow.
I was not expecting that. Okay, we have a tornado warning now, everybody. First of the day. That was a good call by Tornado Nerd. He called that one out. Again, I don't know why my automatic scene switcher isn't working, but I'm just going to have to do it manually until I can fix it. But we do have a tornado warning now for Nanticoke, Wilkes-Barre, and Fairview. So if you're in this area, seek shelter immediately. This is for northeastern Luzerne County and northeast Pennsylvania. I'm going to go ahead and update the stream title here. Again, I was not expecting that at all. So Roman, if you want to give us some details on that storm while I update the stream title, you can.
Yeah, absolutely. So this tornado warning here is for areas in northeastern Luzerne County, Pennsylvania until 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. At 5:27 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Sugar Notch or near Wilkes-Barre, moving east at 40 miles per hour. That is radar indicated rotation, but this storm also is capable of producing quarter-size hail, so be aware of that as well. Flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles can occur. Tree damage is likely. This will be near Wilkes-Barre, Edwardsville, and Bear Creek in about, I'd say 5 minutes or so. So please, get to shelter now. Get to, a basement or a sturdy outbuilding or something like that, so you can take shelter from this storm.
Yeah, so, again, I did not think they would tornado warn that, but they went ahead and did it. But yeah, there is some decent rotation. Just now probably crossing Interstate 81 there, kind of on the south side of this warning polygon. So areas of most concern are probably areas like Sugar Notch, Fairview, Ashley. But everybody in the warning here, we want you to take that warning seriously and get to your safe spot. Again, I know a lot of you guys don't have to do this very often out here, but your safe spot is an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building, right? So we want you to get there as soon as possible, all right? Right now, our rotation, again, is about to cross Interstate 81 here, near Sugar Notch. Again, it's kind of reversed here. Rotation's on this side kind of now, so that's south of Hanover section. So we'll watch that. We have over almost 170,000 people, including this tornado warning here. And again, this is in effect for the next 29 minutes, so we'll keep watching this. Let's see, do we have a CC drop? I doubt it. Nope. We are kind of far away from the radar site here once again. Again, New England doesn't have that many radar sites, and they don't need to because they don't get severe weather that often. But we are looking, a good 70 miles away from the radar site here. So there's a good chance that even if there is debris being lofted into the atmosphere by this tornado, we just don't see it because it's not, we're looking super high up, right? And there's not debris that high up. But yeah, again, if you are just now tuning in, we do have a tornado warning for portions of northeastern Luzerne County and northeast Pennsylvania. This remains in effect until 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. We do have an area of rotation approaching Ashley. So if you are in this area, make sure to get to your safe spot. If you know anybody in this area that may not know that they're under this warning, make sure to give them a call or text. But again, Ashley, Fairview, Bear Creek Village, Laurel Run, Llewellyn Corners, Wilkes-Barre, obviously, Wilkes-Barre, Pleasant View Summit, Suskin, Inkerman, Laughlin. We got a lot of areas out here that need to be in that tornado safe spot. But yeah, again, I was not expecting to get a tornado warning out of this storm. I didn't think we'd see any tornado warnings at all today. But there we go. So again, we need you to be in that tornado safe spot. Yeah, the more you know, for real. Again, we should get a new velocity scan here soon. Should get a new scan of everything here soon. Okay, so there's that new velocity scan. Again, rotation is really broad on this, so I'm really surprised they went ahead and decided to tornado on this, but this is now nearing Fairview, Solomon Gap, Ashley, Sugar Notch. It's going to cross Crystal Lake soon. We're kind of in the hills of northeast Pennsylvania here, kind of the mountainous regions, actually. We got Bald Mountain, Little Shiny Mountain, and Mount Pisgah in the track of this tornadic thunderstorm here. So keep watch of this. They might cancel it. I don't know. I think they're gonna probably let it go for at least a while. It's becoming pretty broad, it looks like, but in my opinion, it's, not any less impressive than whenever they first issued the warning. I don't think this is ever any super strong rotation there. But we do have that tornado warning, so you need to get to your safe spot, obviously. Alright.
Hopefully you're already in your safe spot if you're in Ashley, Fairview, Kingston, Plymouth, all of these areas.
Yeah. And again, this is eventually going towards Shades Glen and Bear Creek Village, so you need to get to your safe spot. It's going to be there within the next few minutes. Again, there's not a tornado on the ground that we know of, but there could be one. And even if there's not, this storm is also producing damaging winds up to 60 miles per hour and quarter-sized hail. So again, you might as well just, take your tornado safety precautions now. This is a really good one to practice them, right? What would you do if there was a really strong tornado on the ground right now? We want you to do that, right? I'm gonna test something here, guys. So just bear with me. I'm gonna see if this changes my scene to severe thunderstorm warning or not. Again, we're on a tornado warning, so I don't want to confuse things, but I'm just trying to test this out.
So while you do that, I also just wanted to say, If you know anybody out here in this risk area here, so we're talking, Virginia here, Eastern Pennsylvania, New York, stretching up into, New Hampshire, and you know that those people don't have, TV, they don't get news, and all they have is their, cell phone. Go ahead and, forward them this stream so that they have a reliable way of getting, weather information, because it is vitally important for people like that to get weather news, because they can't unless, someone shares it to them or, they stumble across it. But yeah, I just wanted to say that. So if you know anybody out here in the risk area, or even in later streams, just please, forward them the stream if they have, no way to, get it on TV or anything, because that's the only thing they have. So I just wanted to say that.
Yeah, and by the way, our Massachusetts rotation areas here are kind of picking up a little bit again, so I'll have to watch that. Broad rotation, but still something to look out for, obviously. But again, we're mainly going to be focused on our tornado warm storm here, even though, in my opinion, these storms are actually rotating even more impressively. I actually don't think this one near South Hadley is rotating very much. I think what's going on is that we got a lot of hail contamination, right? Because obviously we got this, massive hail core here. Kind of surprised that storm's only warned for penny-sized hail. It'll probably get upgraded. So we actually...
Yeah, it's probably dropping maybe an inch or more hail in South Hadley right now.
Yeah. It looks like we actually have a donut hole on our tornado warm storm in Pennsylvania. We kind of have a secondary area of rotation trying to develop, it looks like, on our Pennsylvania tornado warm storm to the south, towards Dorrance.
Near Dorrance? Yeah, I do see that.
So we'll have to watch that. And again, we have a donut hole here, which is interesting. You don't see those very often. But again, if you're just not tuning in, we do have breaking information here. We got a tornado warning for northeastern Luzerne County in northeast Pennsylvania. At 5:27 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Sugar Notch or near Wilkes Barre, moving east at 40 miles per hour. If you're in this area, seek shelter immediately. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you're outdoors, in a mobile home, or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Again, I want to reiterate this. We do not know of an actual tornado on the ground at this time, but there could be one. Alright, so there's no reason to risk it. Just get to that safe spot. Again, in addition to a possible tornado, that storm's also producing damaging winds up to 60 miles an hour and quarter-sized hail. Again, we got another area of rotation here to the south to watch. We'll see if they issue a tornado warning for this. This is near Riley and Sand Spring, approaching Penn Lake Park and Otcher Mill. So, we gotta watch that. But again, no ongoing tornado that we know of. Just want to reiterate, there could be one. We just don't know about it. So that newest velocity scan, again, is showing that area of rotation to the south actually being the main area of concern now. So, Riley, I'd be getting to my tornado save spot. I know you're not technically in a tornado warning. You're not even in a severe thunderstorm warning. But we have a very strong area of rotation here approaching Riley. So, again, if you're in this area, I'd seek shelter. I think they're going to issue a tornado warning for this. If I was... So, since we don't have a tornado warning out for this, I'll kind of draw a area of concern polygon here. Something like this. So, Riley, Otcher Mill, Penn Lake Park, and Glen Summit, I'd get to my safe spot. We could make it even bigger than that, but the tornado warning's already up for that area to the north of that. So, again, I know you're not technically in a tornado warning, but we have a storm that looks, or an area of rotation that looks even more impressive to me than the area that actually got tornado warned. So, and we do actually have a storm now along the South Carolina, Georgia state line, warned for 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Wow, look at the velocities on that. So we're actually, we're measuring, some pretty strong winds there. So, if you're in Jackson, New Ellington, or Beach Island, make sure you get indoors and away from windows. Although it looks like the rotation should go to the south of a lot of those areas. It's going to cross Highway 125 near Hancock Landing and approach Patterson Mill. So look out for that. That warning goes out for portions of northeastern Burke, southeastern Richmond, western Barnwell, and southwestern Aiken counties in east central Georgia, and west central South Carolina. So anyway, back up to our tornado warning storm here. Again, that's some pretty tight rotation, or some pretty strong rotation, I should say, near Riley. So we'll see if they issue a tornado warning for that. Yeah, waiting for the next scan here, definitely. Again, but this looks like a pretty intense storm right now. So we'll watch this for a little bit here. And we've been live for almost an hour now. But we are prepared to go for as long as necessary here. Again, though, this is really the one storm that we're watching right now for a potential tornado. It's not to say another one couldn't spin up a tornado later. It's just, right now, I don't see any other storms that really have that kind of potential. Maybe this one here near Hardwick, Massachusetts, actually. These Massachusetts storms, the rotation keeps popping back up, and that actually looks like pretty strong rotation, so we'll see if they issue a tornado warning for that. But yeah. So that area of rotation near Riley is still gone. Our one that has the tornado warning is kind of still going here, just along the edge of the warning polygon along Interstate 476. Because of these areas of rotation being right outside of this warning polygon, I'd say if you're anywhere in eastern Luzerne County, I'd get to that safe spot, not just northeastern.
New scan, it looks even more intense, and that rotation to the east of Glen Summit looks more intense as well. So we could be talking about potential areas of tornadic development here within a little bit here.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Oh, my bad.
You're good.
I'm just doing something right now, so.
You're good. But we do have a new severe thunderstorm warning here for the tornado possible tag, quarter-sized hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds. I really hope that doesn't mean that they're going to let this tornado warning expire, or that they're going to remove it, because I think this still probably deserves a tornado warning at this point, more than it did whenever it got issued, in my opinion. But, you know, what can you do? Let's go back up to our Massachusetts storms here, because, again, oh my gosh. So, let's see, Hardwick, Massachusetts, we've got ourselves some strong rotation here. We got to watch that. They should probably put a tornado warning out for that. We're measuring velocities going one way at 70 miles an hour. So.
Oh, wow. I do see that.
Yeah, even if this doesn't produce a tornado, this is going to be a huge windbag. And if you look, it's really been tightening over the past few scans. So, again, we'll see if they issue a tornado warning for that. This is the most impressive this storm has looked, even including earlier. And, again, this is our area rotation here that came all the way from the Hamptons. It's still going. It just did not want to die. At this point, this looks even more concerning than our Pennsylvania area to me. So again, I would not be shocked to see a tornado warning here come out for Hardwick, maybe Barr, and Petersham. So if I'm in this area, I'd be preparing to shelter if necessary. This would include, if this does get issued again, Hardwick, Barr, Dana, maybe Nichwag, Barr Plains, Mill Village, maybe Petersham, if this is like a massive warning. And we have a new severe thunderstorm warning for parts of Virginia for Cumberland, Buckingham, and Prince Edward counties. Looks like it just clips Buckingham County there. So again, this area of rotation south of our tornado warning here in Pennsylvania looks pretty concerning, near Riley and Whitehaven. So watch that again. Hello to everybody that's joining in. We have 14 watching now. If you're just now tuning in, we are covering an ongoing severe weather outbreak along the East Coast. We have a tornado warning for northeastern Luzerne County and northeast Pennsylvania. We've also got a storm rotating up in Massachusetts to watch, so we're kind of all over the place right now, but we got 21 severe thunderstorm warnings and 1 tornado warning in effect. Now 17 severe thunderstorm warnings and 1 tornado warning in effect. But we have been watching this for a while here. We've been live for about an hour. And I don't think we're going to be able to stop unless these areas of rotation really die. Luckily, it looks like our Hardwick area might be dying quite a bit, so that's good. But again, that Massachusetts area is just recycled so many times, so we'll watch it. But again, now our focus is kind of switching back to our tornado warning storm here in Pennsylvania, where again we have a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado here. Very interesting stuff. Look at that. Yeah, we got kind of a donut hole here. We got like a backwards hook echo and everything going. So we should get a new velocity scan here any second. Yeah, I'm just gonna guess that you're a troll CSZ because you joined YouTube 1 minute ago. We had that problem the other day.
My bad. I should have caught that. That was my bad.
No, you're good. I mean, it just got sent. Hopefully the reason the viewership is going up isn't because we're getting rated again. Last night, or not last night, but the other night when we had the derecho, a lot of people from my school started tuning in, so.
That was. Did you like that or no?
Well, they were trolling, so not really. I mean, it's a joke, but.
Sorry about that.
Nah. It was literally any other day of the year I wouldn't have cared, but it had to have been during the derecho. By the way, our Pennsylvania storm, again, this area of rotation south of the warning is pretty concerning. We've got a hook echo, we've got a velocity couplet, and, maybe even a light debris signature there. It's hard to tell what that is, but again, I know you're not in the tornado warning down here, guys, but I would be getting to my safe spot right now if I'm in Otcher Mill or Penn Lake Park. A very dangerous area of rotation there.
Absolutely. You there?
Yeah. But again, we got a little hook echo there. A little bit of inflow near Highway 437, so again, this is the classic, sign that we're looking for here in a potential tornado. Again, all it takes is that debris signature to become a little bit more noticeable, and we've got ourselves an obvious tornado on the ground. What's up, Goose Man? Good to see you back.
You live in Greenville, Tennessee? Nice.
Pretty sure I know who that is. I'm pretty sure it's another troll, but, if you actually live in Greenville, Tennessee, then you don't have a risk today. But if you're just a troll, then thank you for trolling. Always appreciated. So again, we're watching the storm in Pennsylvania here. Pretty closely. Again, we got that little hook shape on the storm, which we don't like to see. Reflectivity really intensified, though. Let's hope that's not a debris signature. Let's check CC. I don't think it is. Let's wait for this next velocity update. You do live in Greenville, Tennessee? Alright. Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry if I accuse you of being a troll and you're not. It's just we've had that problem over the past few days. It kind of sucks, but, what can you do? How am I doing today? I'm doing good. But yeah, if you're in Greenville, Tennessee, let's see. Yeah, you're in the marginal risk of severe weather, so I'd just look out for some general thunderstorms, but you shouldn't really have too much of a problem today. You got some storms off to the west of you coming your way, so maybe expect some storms later this evening into tonight, but... So, again, we kind of got a donut hole here going. Oh, wow. Apparently the Rome, New York tornado is a high-end DF3.
Oh, wow, actually?
According to Gooseman, Let's check it out. Rome, New York, tornado rating. I'm seeing an EF2 rating. It may have been a typo. He may have meant to say high-end EF2.
Yeah, EF2 rating, high-end EF2.
But yeah, that is
So
brand new
going.
That's new information.
So far, the survey team has found damage consistent with a high-end EF2 rating with estimated wind speeds of up to 135 miles per hour.
Yeah. You check the damage assessment toolkit?
Well, it says it's a high-end EF2, so
Yeah, and
that's just what the MWS is saying.
And that just came out, so... Apparently that was the strongest tornado to hit that county in 34 years.
Oh, wow.
So there's a lot of people there that probably have never experienced anything like that in their entire lives.
What's that?
But yeah, high-end EF2. Again, as I said earlier, I was kind of expecting a high-end EF2, low-end EF3. We started the stream just before that information came out, it looks like. But...
Hey, I'm gonna be right back. I gotta go do something.
Alright. So, again, if you're just not tuning in, we have a tornado warning for northeastern Luzerne County, Pennsylvania. We just got a new severe thunderstorm warning for portions of northeastern Carbon County and Monroe counties in northeast Pennsylvania. You saw there's a tornado warning. There's not been a tornado warning for Knoxville yet, so wherever you saw that, that was probably false information. And the tornado warning continues here for Bear Creek Village. Has been condensed. So if you're in Wilkes-Barre or Fairview or Glen Summit, at this point you're good. Again, really the rotation to watch is south of the warning polygon at this point. Near Penn Lake Park, but anyway. Again, that tornado warning there continues for the next 8 minutes. We'll see what they do with that. See if they let it expire, or they keep it going, or they remove it, or whatever's going to happen there. But as of right now, they still have confidence that that is a rotating supercell capable of producing a tornado, so you need to be in your safe spot if you're out there.
Hey, I'm back.
Alright, nice. We have 23 severe thunderstorm warnings now. Might have been a glitch, but a picture I've seen from Rome looks pretty significant. Yeah, I mean, it looks significant, but again, I think it's closer to high-end EF2. I definitely believe that's a high-end EF2. That makes sense. But yeah.
Did you hear that?
Hear what?
I'm gonna clean my bathtub. I don't want it to be too loud. Is that good with you?
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna clean my bathtub, and I'm gonna be muted, so...
Okay. Alright then. Strong rotation south of Hardwick. Yeah, we've been watching that. Is it still there? Is it still going good? Let's check it out. It is. We'll keep watching that. Again, it doesn't appear that we have a tornado on the ground yet, but definitely a dangerous looking storm there. And that rotation's even tighter now near Phillipston. So. Oh, but you were talking about this. Okay. Oh, wow, yeah. That looks contaminated to me. But if you were talking about this, I think that's just contamination. I don't think that's actually a real rotation there. It could be. Just checking on the weather. All right, sounds good. Yeah, we got a. We don't have a tornado warning anymore, but we do have a ton of severe thunderstorm warnings along the East Coast here. To look out for. Yeah, good to see you back, Alan. Again, at this point, our most concerning area of rotation is near Phillipston, Massachusetts. Very tight rotation. We could have an ongoing tornado, so we got to watch that. We'll see if they give it a tornado warning, but they have not as of right now. So keep an eye out for that. Let's check out our Pennsylvania situation. Again, the rotation never really looked like anything too crazy for me, but they gave it a tornado warning, so that was obviously their decision. So, pretty good choice there, I'd say. Definitely could have done something worse. It's like Mr. Storm's getting some thunderstorm action, or at least a storm pretty close to him there, and it's kind of got a little baby supercell shape, but I don't think it's rotating at all or anything like that. I know he is kind of bummed out about not getting any storms yet today, so that's good for him. Welcome back, Tornado Nerd. Judith Basin, Montana. We got a severe thunderstorm warning now, because why not? Why not include Montana in the game? 60-mile-an-hour winds and half-dollar-sized hail in portions of southeastern Judith Basin County in central Montana. Because why the heck not? Severe thunderstorm warning for 0-inch hail in Georgia. Not too often they use that, but they do use that tag a lot in the southeast, which is interesting. Because there's a difference between the 0-inch hagtail and the less than penny-sized hail tag. Sorry for all the lag on the radar today. Just because of the new stream setup, it's struggling to work with it, but it's going good enough anyway. So, I'm watching a video on there's no tornado warning for Knoxville. $19 likes. Wow. This started off as a pretty slow stream in terms of viewership, but it has gone up, so I appreciate that, you guys. Again, make sure you go check out Mr. Storm's channel and Roman, the Weather Guy's channel. Those are pinned at the top of the chat there. Give me just a sec, sorry. Trying to do something. Whoops. We had a tornado warning on July 15th. There's a funnel in Rockford, Illinois, halfway to the ground. Yeah, that's definitely scary. That was a massive derecho. Again, that's the once-a-year kind of derecho that we see, but we've seen more than one this year of that intensity, unfortunately. But I don't know. I'd say that one might have been the craziest, just because not only was it a huge, giant damaging windbag, but we also had a big-time tornado event. Then again, we had a derecho in Kansas. That had the Custer City tornado that had a tornado emergency in Oklahoma, which was, it didn't deserve a tornado emergency, but that's what it got. It was an EF2. But anyway, so we're coming up on the 5 o'clock hour here in Central Time, 6 o'clock if you're out here on the East Coast. Got a lot of wind. Yeah, that's not surprising. I think we're going to wrap up our coverage. Let me take a quick look around. If I see anything too crazy, we'll keep it going. But I think we're going to wrap up our coverage for the most part here. Maybe this near Thornhurst, Pennsylvania, from our storm that was originally tornado warned. But that, it's not too impressive to me. Kind of looking for any, blobs of debris that we may see here. It's called Wednesday Weather Update Radar East Coast Thunderstorm on YouTube. You may be watching an outdated part of the stream because there's no tornado warning for Knoxville right now. If you have the satellite, look at the clouds over New England. Cool looking. I do have the satellite. Because I am subscribed to Radar Omega because I'm a huge nerd. Tropical Depression Barrel was the last thing that I looked at. Okay. Wow. So very high-topped storms out here, especially in like Massachusetts, Connecticut, New York, Vermont, New Hampshire.
Anything rotating a lot? Sorry, I'm just checking in.
No, not really. I think we're going to end off the stream here. So, if you guys did enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe. Again, this was severe weather coverage on July 17th,